We are attempting to do one of the craziest experiments we've ever done on this channel. The premise is extremely simple. We want to find out what would happen if an extremely handsome and accomplished man were to trade places with an obese and unattractive woman on Tinder. We're actually using Hinge for this video because it's a bit easier. Most people would claim that dating these days is getting harder and harder, men and women included. But we really wanted to put this concept to the test. So Noah, you just set up the profile.
I officially am a woman and I'm ready to start dating.
We decided on the participant and we're blurring the face
For privacy.
I'm looking at some of the pictures.
Shows like her with a car. Texting a lot of outside photos. You can see her in different outfits and a dress.
Obviously people can't see her face specifically because of the blur that we put on it. Just take my word for it. If people disagree that, no, she's beautiful, everyone's beautiful, then click off the video. This is an experiment, I'm sorry.
I wanted to throw in a curveball and say a life goal of mine is to find a new baby daddy.
Holy
Because
shit.
if you're a single man dating, I'll speak for myself, I wouldn't be interested in taking on a female that already has a child and a full responsibility because that's not what I'm here for. I wanted to make it as difficult as possible to maybe not even want to match with this person.
Yeah, finding a new baby daddy is a great deterrent. Even that verbiage of new baby daddy, it's like, holy shit. So your objective, you were trying to make this profile as unlikable as possible.
That was the goal.
The photos do the work for you. How much you think she weighs? 250 minimum.
I was gonna say like 285. Close to 3, but hopefully not 3. Ooh.
Almost looks like 3 to me. Numbers are just numbers. But it's looking like 285, 3 to me.
Okay.
That's gotta be 3.
My next prompt that I put public to my profile was, the key to my heart is telling me that you'll provide for me and my son.
Double whammy.
So not only am I looking for a new baby daddy,
You gotta provide for her and the son.
there's no way it's gonna be easy for me to get matching.
Oh yeah, you're setting the odds up against yourself.
Third prompt that I put, I said, do you agree or disagree that the women should stay at home and take care of the kids while you go get the bread?
A traditional woman. Gotta love a traditional woman who's into traditional values. And then I'm looking at this bio here. Oh God, I'm seeing drinking, yes, smoking, yes, weed, yes, pills, yes. I'm worried about the state of the baby at this point. At least she's full-time mom, didn't finish school, spiritual, originally from DC. Shout out DMV.
Dalen's all set up.
Dalen looks good to go. Let's reconvene tomorrow night and see what we can get going. I'm assuming you're gonna do some of the like power-ups just so that you can see all the like.
Boost your profile. I think I'm gonna buy the little super tools.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm wishing Dalen the best of luck. It's been like a week.
I initially wanted to do this experiment for like 3 days, but I ended up doing it for about 5 or 6 days. So I was really shocked with what we're about to uncover. Off the bat, on day 1, I got about 5 likes, 5 matches within 1 hour.
Holy shit. Walk me through what you did.
Yeah, so initially, Dalen didn't get any traction for about the first 30 minutes. I was getting a little impatient, so I started liking a bunch of men, one by one by one. Quickly after about an hour, I got about 5 to 10 likes back because I already liked them.
Wow, that's only after an hour. Now that's only 30 minutes. When you said you only waited 30 minutes, I wait sort of days and then we'll go back to my app and I'll be like, 2. How many swipes were you doing a day?
I literally did no more than about 20. I didn't even give it that much. I could have sat there and done 100, but I think it was after I did about 10 and I started getting a ratio of at least 5 back. I was like, oh, half the amount of people that I'm already trying to match with are matching right back. So I didn't even feel like I had to go crazy. We'll go through some of the likes first and then we'll go through the conversations I had.
Okay, I've been waiting to see this.
And here's what some of the guys look like. We'll blur their faces, but Francisco was feeling dating.
Wow, these are handsome kind of looking guys.
So I'm saying Jay, John, Z, Hunter, Edward.
Okay, there's a few squares,
There's a
but
couple.
John's a bit of a square, but wow.
But still, even like men of all different races, and I was like, interesting.
Yeah, Asian, white, black.
And you know, on Hinge, the prompts that I set up that I thought would potentially steer guys away from my profile actually made one of the dudes, he actually liked one of the prompts. The prompt where I said, one of my goals is to find a new baby daddy. He liked my answer.
That is bonkers.
And I'll blur his face, but this guy doesn't look like an ugly dude.
He looks like a completely normal guy.
Looks like a regular dude.
Even the verbiage of new baby daddy. It's not like looking for a man or looking for a strong father figure or something. It's new, because there was an old one, new baby daddy.
I decided to send him a message. So, you here to be my new baby daddy, question mark? He said, haha, we can see about that. What's up? I'm Emmanuel. Let's roll up and go see a view. Hold on. Let's roll up and go see a view. Catch a sunset and go from there. What's your number? Let's set it up.
Wow.
And I didn't respond because I was like, he's ready to go.
Let's roll up and let's go see a view.
Catch a sunset.
You might as well catch a sunset and just go from there. Wow. Now, I feel like there's gonna be some, I don't know if the term's contrarians, but there's gonna be people, well, men just like curvier women. And that's perfectly true. I think I'm just surprised that I would have looked at someone like her and thought she
Otherwise?
Yeah, I would have thought otherwise.
If it was a overweight, unattractive man, there's no way a girl is literally, what's your number, babe? What's your number, cutie?
And I also think what you've done here is by saying, new baby daddy, I drink, smoke, do pills, do drugs. This goes beyond looks. You're talking about a girl with terrible values and
No education, didn't finish school.
bratty attitude, demanding, and by the way, look after my kid who I've had with another man. Someone who has nothing, asking for everything, and there are still
exactly.
guys ready to roll up and let's see where it goes. What the fuck?
All right, so now we're on day 2, and I had about 3 new conversations. The next guy reached out to me. He said, what's up? I said, hey, boo, you looking like my next baby daddy. Me trying to be a girl is the worst thing because I don't know how they talk. Again, just trying to like put the baby daddy thing out there as much. He said, I might be. Where you at? Well, if you're going to be, in terms of the baby daddy, there's a lot you're going to have to handle. I'm in LA. What about you? New Jersey. Fly me out. Boo. No, but you can fly yourself out and I'll pick you up from the airport. You pick me up from LAX for real? Okay, I said, I'll send an Uber. He said, okay, bet. And then what I can be where you at while I'm out there, or you gonna make me get a hotel B&B type shit like that too? I don't know.
Sir.
What you mean by flip your tongue upside down though? I wanna see what that feel like.
You said English?
I said, English? What? When did I say anything about flipping?
Flip the tongue? Sir, what?
I think my man was just
Horny as fuck. He was willing to fly out to see you.
I was like, English, question mark? Then he said,
He kept going.
he said, if I go to LA 5 days, can I stay with you? I said, maybe. I'll charge less than B&B, so be nice. Supposed to say JK full price. Sorry, I'm a tease. And he said, what's full price? I said, full, and the whole. So I would pay my flight and pay you to let me stay with you during my time? I said, yup.
Oh, and that sounds like a terrible deal.
It's the worst deal. He's gotta fly out, and he's gotta pay to stay with me.
Pay to stay with, okay.
I said, yup. And then he said, LMAO, you fucking tweaking off the Molly or something. No disrespect. And then goes, well, what's the price?
You tweaking off the Molly or something for real, no disrespect. But what's the price though? Wow.
I said, 100 a night.
No way.
And then he's negotiate. He wants to negotiate back with me.
50 a night.
$50 a night, and you can do that thing with your tongue every night. Mike got a deal.
Oh my. I mean, it's really starting to be clear. Obviously, this is a complete horn dog. Horny enough to catch a flight and pay hundreds and hundreds. I mean, we know this about men. A lot of men are horny savages, but I'm seeing it. I don't know how you felt messaging him.
It was
thing with your tongue?
Yeah, it was getting really weird because I'm like, what the fuck? I said, $100 a night, and you do that thing with your mouth every night where it stays quiet the whole time.
Oh!
I was like, all right, he being too horny. He said, that's fine. I'm not too much for talking anyway, for real. I thought we had some. You sound like you just playing, and I stopped to respond.
I thought we had some. You didn't think you had some? Dudes be saying anything, bruh. Do that thing with your mouth where it stays quiet the whole time. That's fine. I'm not too much of a taka anyway, for real. Okay, that was pretty funny, pretty outrageous. Let's give him a 0 out of 10 on his approach.
So the next conversation, I liked his photo. So then he messaged me. He said, you look good. You get that a lot, don't you? Hey, Dalen is somebody's type, is what I discovered.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, all the time, actually. It's really nothing new to me. You gonna tell me I'm pretty every day? And I don't think he responded to me after that.
Okay.
So I do respect him for at least being like, I'm not gonna put up any bullshit with this. So respect.
Respect to this guy.
Because my entire purpose was to make it as hard as possible to even want to be with me.
Yeah.
And at least T stepped away and said, yeah, f that. I'm not going to respond to that girl.
It's a multifaceted sort of little experiment where you get to see men interacting and how they respond to a girl like this. But it is pretty crazy seeing how men respond to a woman who disrespects them. That's like another part of this thing that I wasn't even thinking about. Like, yes, the appearance is like something that's mind-blowing to me, but just the disrespect.
I liked this light-skinned brother's photo. He said, I know you'll suck my soul up out of me.
Meanwhile, it's Noah behind the phone. Hey, Noah's in there. Okay. Like, come on, bro. On Hinge, bro.
On Hinge.
Did you think that was gonna work?
Yeah, so I didn't really know how to respond to that one, so I kind of just left him on scene. I didn't even know what to say.
I don't think, his approach there was even worthy of a response.
So now we're gonna go over day 3 as being Dalen on Hinge. I liked 15 more guys the night before, and I got back about 7 likes and 2 new conversations from this day, and these ones are pretty hilarious.
Let's see.
My brother Luke, he not only liked the photo of Dalen in her orange dress.
You gotta admit, the orange dress was a bit of a showstopper. The orange dress was flames. If we're being fair, it probably wasn't my favorite fit.
Well, the King Von one is the one, that was my favorite, the King Von fit.
I forgot about the King Von.
So my guy Luke said, "You are gorgeous, Dalen, hard eyes. Maybe you would give me the opportunity to gain your trust so I can spoil you and pet you sometime. Dreams, ...
Okay, so now I'm curious to know what you said in response to that.
I said, what makes you worthy of petting me? And he goes, wow, I almost never get matches.
Oh my God. No way. Wow, I almost never get matches. And he doesn't look hideous. This guy is objectively not bad looking. He's extremely normal, regular ass dude.
I said, well, today's your lucky day, I guess. He proceeded to send me a whole novel. Worthy? Well, nothing yet. I have to impress you with my wits and charm and humor, making you laugh and then woo you with I don't even know yet. But thank you for the opportunity to learn about you. I'm not worthy yet.
What the fuck?
I just happened to be on Hinge at the same time as this Total Beauty was on, and I guess you somehow were able to read my message gushing over you. Is it more attractive to be an attractive woman on a dating app, or even worse with the constant letdown?
Oh my
God. There's a lot to unpack it here.
It's almost too much to where it's like you're speechless. Worthy? Well, nothing yet. I have to impress you with my wits. I'm not worthy yet. Well, there goes his like normal looks. I can see why he doesn't have much dating success. Wow, I almost never get matches. First off, brother man, don't admit that to the girl that you just matched with, because then she'd be like, bitch, what? If you never get matches, then I ain't matching with you.
So he said all that shit, and I go, oh damn, you messaged too much. Oh, I'll stop, sorry. I definitely messaged too much. I love texting. I said, little ick for me, but might be able to deal with it. It goes back to how much you'll end up satisfying me. I'm a tough one to satisfy. I don't know if you'll be able to handle it. And then he goes, I'm a family man and committed to them first. Most women can't put up with me. I'll save you your time. Thank you for showing attraction in me. It's flattering. I only have time for daily messaging, which is too ick for you, along with occasional dates when timing in both our lives permit and the value is high enough. I'm unfortunately not available enough to handle a high maintenance hottie right now in life. So he kind of stopped. It didn't really make sense.
No shade to him, he might be on the spectrum. Because what is that, bruh? What are you talking about, bruh? That was a lot, holy shit.
So, we're on to another guy. This guy messaged me first. He goes, hey. I said, hey, question mark. That's all I get? Eyes roll. And he goes,
what's up, you beautiful ass girl?
I said, better. Now, how can I help you? You come on my messages for something?
There's no way y'all have a conversation with your rude ass. Oh, Lord.
He goes, came to see how you doing today. I'm good. Just went on a date with this guy from Tinder. It was all right. Oh, okay. Why just all right? He just wasn't it. Talked way too much about himself, and I like to talk about myself, so that was just an ick right away. Sheesh, that's rough. I said, yeah, it's a L. He was fine though, and we did so it's all good.
Yeah, you're definitely trying to make things not work.
He goes, I'm fine, I like to listen. LMAO, oh shit. I said, yeah, I mean, homeboy talked a lot, but the sex was crazy.
What the fuck? Yeah, you were wild, and I had no clue you were doing all this shit on there.
And he goes, bet you I fucking better.
Bet you I fuck you better.
I responded with, I don't know. You giving little dick energy.
Holy shit.
He goes, LMAO, wild, you bugging out. I don't do too much talking. I don't do too much talking. I don't do too much talking. I said, you talking hella right now. Why you spamming me with the same line? I was confused. And then he goes, oh shit, on God, I didn't. I sent it once.
What? Cap.
I said, cap. I said, what I got a cap for? I said, cause that's you, a capper. And then he just left me on red. So fast forward, day 4. I didn't get any new conversations, but I did get about an extra 5 likes, I would say. Day 5, I got more conversations. Again, this guy that liked the orange dress. Holy shit, Dalen is on fire.
He knew what the vibe was.
He just liked the photo. I messaged first. I like me a light-skinned man who knows how to take care of his lady.
Holy fuck.
Damn, and you look like you could love me right too. I said, oh, I know how to take care of my man as long as he can provide for me. Then he ghosted me. I said, how are you gonna do that, boo? Hey, the light-skinned brother had some respect.
Thank you. The light-skinned brother saving us.
At the end of day 5, I wasn't really getting any more matches. I figured, all right, time to use my little boost power. So I boosted my profile so it could get shown to as many people as possible.
And that cost you?
Shit, that was probably about 15 bucks. I did it like twice. And then within about 30 minutes,
holy shit,
they were just flying in. Milo. He said, "How are you, beautiful?" Blazy, Jamar, Shabab.
Oh my
Ryan,
God.
Daniel.
Hey, I was in
David,
there.
Cameron.
It's fucking crazy.
That's where I kind of figured I'm kind of done with this experiment. After I boosted and I got that many, I was like, I can't entertain this anymore. This is the end.
Wow.
I don't think many girls can understand this.
Wow.
And we just proved it even as an overweight, less attractive girl. It's no different. This is still 50 to 60 likes. Doesn't that trump the amount that probably any average guy would ever really see?
Yes. I mean, looking at your performance on a Hinge app versus this, it's not even close.
They still get options. And then I switched my thing back to me. And I think the next 2 days, I was back at like 2 that were already there from 3 months ago. And I was like, okay, okay.
For the viewers, this isn't even us saying whether this is good or bad or whatever. We've just painted the picture of this is the reality. Looking at the attractive man versus unattractive woman, there's a crazy gap between women's dating lives and men. And I think the gap's widening. 80% of the men are getting nothing. So is there a solution? Is there a silver lining here? I think for men, looks maxing, if y'all look that up, dive into it. Looks max as much as you can on everything and cast a wide net.
Yep.
It's all you can do to sort of up your chances because it's only getting harder.
Girls do just have it easier on the dating app. We officially proved that point.
嘿，我是强生先生。看完刚刚那个影片，我真的觉得太夸张了，我真的没有想到会这样子。我当初看到那个影片的时候呢，我点进去之前的时候，我光是看那个封面的时候，我想说像这样子的破100公斤的胖子啊，应该在交友软体上面应该是很难玩的嘛。因为我想说男生都是看外表嘛，大部分男生几乎都是看外表，可能99%以上，我觉得都是看外表的。那像这样子一个破100公斤的胖子，在交友软体上面，可能应该也不会有任何的配对啊，可能就像是一般平均值的男生，就是大概在平均值男生上去玩交友软体的成绩这样子。结果没有想到他上去玩居然这么容易啊！而且你可以看到他前面一开始还没有用付费曝光的时候呢，他滑交友软体，他大概滑的数量啊一半会跟他配对。这真的是太不可思议了。像我们男生啊，尤其是这种平均值的男生，你可能滑100个，大概才会有1-2个配对。那这真的是太不可思议，就太夸张。然后你可以看到后面啊，他用付费曝光的时候，那个男生出现喜欢他档案是直接一排的，直接一排就是任君挑选的。所以这就是为什么交友软体上面女生是真的是非常容易可以得到关注，非常容易得到赞美。而且你可以看到这些很多的男生在交友软体上面呢，都一直称赞这个女生啊，一直讲说她有多漂亮又多漂亮啊，她就是美若天仙什么之类的。但我们很明白，你可以看到那个照片，她就是一个明显破100公斤的胖子嘛。那怎么会这些男生呢还是一直不断的赞美呢？我真的是觉得不可思议。而且这些男生都是一直在牺牲奉献。你可以看到嘛，还有男生说他愿意为了她从他的飞过来，然后跟他见面哦，你要付机票钱，你要到他的地方住宿，你也要钱，然后甚至跟他睡一晚，你也要付钱给他，居然还愿意。而且这个女生呢，她在交友软体的档案上面呢，就已经讲得非常的不礼貌。完全不认识的状况下，就已经跟男生讲说，你必须要供应我，以及供应我的小孩，供应我跟别人生的小孩，居然还有一大堆人愿意跟他配对，我真的觉得是太夸张了。而且还有一个男生啊，你可以看到嘛，他写了一大堆，就像是一个小的短文这样子，写了一大堆，然后一直讲说什么啊，自己有多烂又多烂啊，在交友软体上面啊都得不到配对啊，这种东西你讲出来干嘛？这种东西你讲出来不就是代表你是一个很弱的男人吗？你很弱，怎么会有女人想要跟你在一起呢？我们都知道嘛，女人喜欢的是一个比她还要强、比她还要厉害、优秀的人，至少可以让她崇拜嘛。那一个她崇拜的人，她才有可能会喜欢上她嘛。那你这样子表达你的柔弱，表达你的废物的一点的话，女生怎么会喜欢你呢？而且还写了一个长篇大文。所以我觉得为什么现在这个世界会变成这样？为什么我们的男生有很多的都有求偶焦虑，有很严重的求偶焦虑呢？尤其是在我们台湾，因为我们台湾是一个科技小岛嘛，也就是说我们的工程师特别多。那工程师这个工作呢有什么特点呢？就是你的同事几乎都是男生嘛，你可能所有的同事可能90%以上都是男生，也就是说你很难透过同事来认识女生，就是你的同事里面 面没有漂亮的女生嘛，那你就没有机会可以跟女生交往，因为你没有认识，哪来的交往呢？那又再加上你的同事几乎都是男生嘛，那大家可能也都有求偶焦虑，所以就不会有人介绍女生给你认识，那你就会一直单身下去，你可能单身个7、8年、10几年。那有时候呢，可有很多男生就会想说 ，OK， 这个世界是提倡的男生要主动，所以这些男生呢，唯一主动认识女生的方法呢，就是打开交友软体来玩交友软体，想说看看能不能跟交友软体上面的女生配对。所以这就是为什么会造成交友软体上面的男女严重的失衡。上面的使用者男生是70%，女生是30%，所以这就是为什么今天这个实测的这个影片呢，即便是这个100公斤、这个破100公斤的女生上去交友软体呢，她也可以轻松得到配对，因为上面的男生太多了，大家都在寻找认识女生的方法，所以当然就会非常的竞争。那当然女生是少数族群嘛，当然她就会容易的遇到男生，就会容易的认识男生，就很像是他们在交友软体上面，女生的感觉就像是她好像是明星一样，你懂吗？因为她一上去呢，就有一大堆人一直称赞她，就算她长相是一个破100公斤的胖子，还是会有一堆人称赞她，然后她会得到所有男生的免费关注，甚至她可以讲话不礼貌，还是会有一堆男生喜欢她，所以这就是现在的状况。所以我觉得你身为一个男性呢，不要只依赖交友软体啊，尤其是你不会玩交友软体的状况下，我真的觉得很适合一个方法，就是你应该走出你的家门，去认识真实世界的这个女生，不要依靠网络，不要只依靠交友软体，你应该走上街。我们都知道嘛，台湾的街头都有这么多的正妹，每天走来走去，你看各大的捷运站都有一大堆的正妹，你可以看到，你其实就是轻松的走上前。我知道你会紧张，没关系，但你还是要鼓起勇气走上前，你就上前去跟女生打个招呼，你跟她讲说你想要认识她，因为她哪个部分吸引你，然后你就看女生给你的态度。如果女生是 OK 的，她就会跟你认识一下，就聊聊天，交换个联络方式，又或者是现在双方都没事，就马上去约会。如果女生不愿意，那你就跟她说一声不好意思打扰你了，然后转身离开，去认识别人就好。你把认识女生的数量做大，你认识的女生数量越多，你是不是才越有可能会脱单呢？你如果只玩交友软体，那你就是在从红海之中，就是这个已经非常竞争的市场里面去找到就是这些仅存的女生。我们都知道嘛，很多漂亮的女生，尤其是那种正妹哦，她根本就没有在玩交友软体，因为现在这个网络的时代，女生只要打开 IG， 就有一大堆的男生想要来认识她，她根本就不需要去玩交友软体，所以唯一方法可以认识他们的就是透过街头搭讪。所以如果你不知道怎么做这件事情，那你也很想上街去搭讪女生，你想要学，你想要扩增你自己认识女生的数量的话，当你认识的女生数量越多的时候，你是不是就越容易找到对你有兴趣的女生？那到时候你去跟她约会的时候呢，再提高她对你的兴趣程度，你们两个约会的时候互相吸引的时候，是不是你就有机会可以脱单，交到你的女朋友，甚至是你人生的第一个女朋友呢？如果你不知道怎么做这件事情的话，就欢迎你可以报名我强生先生的30天 VIP 私人约会课程。在这个课程，我强生先生我会亲自陪你走上街，我会站在你的旁边，然后当你上去跟女生聊天的时候，我会跟你一起走上前，所以是我跟你还有女生，我们是3个人一起聊天。那这样子我就可以听到你在跟女生聊天的时候你是怎么讲话的，为什么女生会不喜欢你，为什么女生会对你没有兴趣，还是事实上其实女生是对你有兴趣，只是你会错意，所以我会来纠正这些错误。然后再来交友软体的部分呢，我也会教你怎么玩，然后我会帮你拍照，我会帮你修图，让你放上去交友软体的时候，你可以得到很多的配对。那到时候透过街头搭讪跟透过交友软体，你就会跟很多不同女生出来约会。然后到时候你去约会的时候呢，记得帮我录音录下来，我会来听这个录音档，我会来分析你在约会的时候你到底说了什么严重的问题，让女生导致女生很快的就对你没有兴趣，然后离开你。我会来帮你纠正这些错误，还是事实上女生其实是对你有兴趣，她在约会就已经释放出很多的信号，但你却听不出来，我会去帮你纠正这些错误。好，所以如果有兴趣的朋友们，就欢迎点击资讯栏里面的链接进行报名。好，那另外如果你觉得你有一些特殊的情况，你需要先跟我通过电话的话，就欢迎点击免费咨询。好，那喜欢今天的影片，帮我按赞、订阅、分享给你所有台湾单身的男性好友，我们一起来反转台湾单身男性好友交不到女朋友这个窘境。那现在荧幕上出现这个影片，就是 YouTube 认为下一支你会喜欢的影片，那我们下一支影片见喽。